Hey guys.
Anthrax announced a new album, and this is the first single. It's for the kids.
Man,
Fuck them kids.
fuck them kids.
Allegedly, in an island. Anyhow, so on that note, new Anthrax.
Dude.
We saw them opening for Megadeth on
Yeah.
that last tour. In my opinion, one of the best bands on that package.
They were really good.
They were really fucking good. I wish they had a longer set, but you know, it is what it is. They've been one of my favorite thrash metal bands of all time. So I'm definitely interested to see what this is all about. You ready?
Yeah.
All right, let's check this out.
I'm sticking to the plan, never improvise. Cut off all the tax fans, I cross the line. Empathy is weakness, and I don't give a shit. An economy of aggression, no food left unslit. It's for the kids, real repair. You with me, nothing, just a thought to press. You'll never change one goddamn thing. Your thoughts and prayers mean nothing. I don't need answers, I just won't blame. I point the finger and blacken a name. You make it easy by showing your cards. Dealt by nature, shaped by nature, it's your fucking heart. It's for the kids, real repair. You with me, nothing, just a thought to press. You'll never change one goddamn thing. Your thoughts and prayers mean nothing. It's for the kids, real repair. You with me, nothing, just a thought to press. You'll never change one goddamn thing. Your thoughts and prayers mean nothing. You cross the line and the smell of death is on you. You cross the line and the worst is yet to find you. Spit your lies, we're all gonna die. Nobody cares and the truth is hard and cold. For all of us, real repair. You with me, nothing, just a thought to press. You'll never change one goddamn thing. Your thoughts and prayers mean nothing. Nothing.
All right, brand new Anthrax. It's for the kids, but I think it's for all of us.
Yeah,
Maybe the kids within us
it's for the kids. Yeah, but the kids of the past, who are
who
now
are
adults.
adults,
Exactly.
like me. I was a kid when I discovered Anthrax.
Yeah, man. This was really good, man. This just shows that these guys, not only live, still put on a really good show, and quality
Fuck, they were
wise,
solid, dude.
dude, they're
solid,
still a solid band to see live.
solid band live.
But it also shows that they can still make bangers, man.
Unlike some bands from the same generation.
from the same generation who were also on that bill. Dude, this is still like really good stuff.
Those were facts. Those were facts.
Yeah. I
Anyways,
know that one hit you right there.
what can I say?
I think I beat you to the punch on that one. Actually.
Yeah, you addressed the Goliath in the room. Let me just put it that way. Yeah, dude, they're a phenomenal live band. I've seen them live now maybe 4 or 5 times. I've never seen a bad live show by these guys, so let me just put that out there. Coming into this single, I didn't know what to expect. A lot of bands from this generation now are releasing albums that are kind of mid, at the very least.
Sometimes, actually, at the very most.
No. Overkill's last couple of records have been fucking solid. So is Testament,
Okay,
which they're all
there's
from the
been-
same
there's been
generation.
There's been some that have been.
But there's
less than
some
mid.
subpar,
Yeah.
like not even mid, like subpar.
Yeah.
So anytime I see a legacy band, and I know some bands don't like to be referred to it as such, but let's face the facts, bands like Anthrax are a legacy band.
Yeah.
And I know that they also don't want to be viewed as just a legacy band, meaning that they just rely upon
Their old
the bangers
stuff.
of the past.
Yeah.
And the future and the present is just treading water. So I know it's a sensitive subject with some bands, but let's face the facts. Anthrax is a legacy band, and whenever a legacy band is releasing a new record, at least for me, I always come in with a little bit of trepidation, because I'm never really sure what I'm going to get. Like,
Yeah.
so I came to this one with the same mindset. I'm like, okay, let the song play. Let me take it all in. I'm not gonna have a preconceived idea of what it's gonna be. I'm just gonna come in and enjoy it, and then think about it and reflect. Man, dude, this is a. I'm not gonna say this is a great. I'm not gonna sit here and say this is the greatest Anthrax song of all time.
No, but it's a pretty
It's
good
not.
track.
Dude, it's a good song.
It's a good song.
It's a good song.
Like, it does the job. Like it really.
Sound wise, it sounds like something like Out of Persistence of Time, which is one of my favorite Anthrax records. So sound wise is very old school Anthrax, with a solo, very old school with a solo, with the guitar playing overall. How much the bass is noticeable throughout the
how much it
entire
comes
mix of the
through,
song.
yeah.
Holy fuck, you can really hear the bass, which makes the song very groovy. The bass really helps bring some grooviness to the track. So I really like that because it's not jarring. Sometimes when the bass protrudes too much in the mix of a track, it almost pulls your ears just to the bass sound. And then it doesn't matter how good everything else is. It seems like all you can hear is the freaking bass. And when that happens, it for me at least, it ruins my enjoyment of the music, because my ears cannot focus on everything else. All they can focus is on the bass, right? So the way they did it here is really nice because you could hear it. It's distinct in the overall mix of the song, but it disappears at some of the heavier moments. It gets drawn out some by the other elements in some of the heavier moments, but you can still hear quite a bit of it throughout the song. But it's so groovy and it matches the grooviness of the song, and I think that's something Anthrax always did really well, is use the bass as an element of groove in their music. And because they've always used it that way and they still use it that way, I don't mind it when it's a little bit more noticeable in the mix, because it doesn't make my ears focus on it by itself. I'm able to see the forest from the trees, if you will, and I just really love the grooviness. Joey Belladonna, one of my favorite singers in thrash of all time, and he sounds as good today as he did back in the day. Like,
He
this
still
fucking
sounds
guy
solid, man.
hasn't aged one bit, at least not as far as his vocal performance is concerned, and he still delivers it live too, which is fucking balls, man. Like, he sounds phenomenal. It's a really good song. I'm almost tempted to say it's a great song, but I'm gonna say it's a really, really good song. When it comes to Anthrax, for me personally, new material, from Anthrax, I'm gonna go and say the last 3 to 4 records. It's taken me a few listens to get into.
Fully behind.
Yeah. I haven't been able to listen to a record for them in a long time. Where first time listening to the record or to a track, and immediately I'm like, I'm in. You know what I mean? So this track is no different. I enjoy the song. I see the quality. I see the great attributes that it has. But I really feel like I need to listen to this song a few more times, and maybe even listen to this song in the context of the record a few times to really appreciate it. I think it's going to be a song that's going to grow on me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not one that I'm going to be like right from the get-go.
I don't know, but I feel like
I'm in.
Give it like 2 weeks, I'll get in the car and this is gonna be playing, and
Dude, the song rips.
you're gonna be.
All right, the song fucking
ham.
rips. It's a great song. Love the guitar playing, love the bass, love the vocals, the drums. Like, it's a really good song. Like, I'm tempted to say it's a great song. I don't want to say it, but it's like it's a really, really, really good song.
But there's nothing wrong with the song.
Nothing, but I just feel like I need to listen to it a few more times
To give it the seal of approval.
just to feel a little bit more familiar to my ears and for me to be fully on board with it. But I can tell you right now, this song live, it works. Dude, the pit, it's a super driven song.
Yeah. It'll get
So-
the crowd going.
Yeah.
Get the people going.
It'll definitely get the people going. What's your take?
I gave
did
you my take before you
Oh,
went on.
Fuck.
I said I really enjoyed it.
That Alzheimer's is really kicking in.
I know, man. Yeah, I said I really enjoyed the track, even though this older thrash is not my. It's not that I don't like it. It's just not what I listen to on the regular. It's something that I can always. It is comforting in its sound, especially when done right. And these guys, I have always fond memories with these guys. Especially, I think I've seen them twice now.
3 times. You've seen
Oh,
them 3 times. You saw them opening for
Slayer, and then I
you saw them
at
at Heavy Montreal.
and
You saw them with
3
Megadeth.
times, and all 3 times were like nothing wrong. Like super solid band. Live, super solid band. I'll go see them anytime they come to town. Super solid band. And music wise, they have a lot of bangers. But I'm more on the surprise side that they're still able to crank out
Still relevant music.
relevant music. Exactly.
I think one more thing I want to say is this. When it comes to thrash, Anthrax has a very specific style to what their thrash sound is. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they're not one of those thrash metal bands that you can all lump them together because they all kind of sound the same.
Oh, no, these guys have always had their.
They have their own
Their zest.
very distinct style to what thrash metal is when it comes to Anthrax. There's so many bands out there. I'm not going to throw anybody under the bus, but there's so many bands out there that within the genre, within the thrash genre, they all kind of sound not too far apart from one another. They're kind of all it's like there's a formula to what a thrash song should sound like, and everybody's just kind of recycling that formula. When it comes to the genre, I've always felt like these guys create songs that are in that genre, but man, they really push the boundaries of what that genre is.
Yeah.
Because this song, if you ask me, this is not your prototypical thrash metal song.
No.
It's a thrash song, but it's not your prototypical. It's your prototypical Anthrax thrash metal song, more than a
They really have
prototypical thrash metal.
their own.
They have their
stamp
own
and
sound
DNA.
within the genre.
Yeah.
In my opinion, they've always had it, and that's why I think they've always been in the big four of thrash because of that. And for
There's
me,
other bands out there that weren't doing within the same genre, yes, but not nowhere close to sound.
yeah, I always felt like these guys were not afraid to take some gambles and take some risks sometimes, and going outside of the norm and doing something a little bit different. Like they've never been afraid of experimenting. And this song is not experimental at all. I mean, this is like your straightforward Anthrax thrash metal song. But having said all of that, I've always felt when I listen to them, there's such specific elements to what it is, one of their songs, that kind of separates them from the pack a little bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if you look at the big four, Megadeth, Metallica, Anthrax, and Slayer, none of them sounds the same. Literally, like perhaps the 2 closest ones is Metallica and Megadeth. But the other, like, none of them
But
sound
then
the
I would
same.
also say that the other ones None of them sound the same, but out of all of them, none of them sound like Anthrax.
It- yeah.
All the other ones have some stuff that somewhat spike in between each other. Maybe Slayer's a little bit more on a
Slayer to
different
me
side.
always felt like, at least in the beginning, Slayer always felt more like a death metal band than a thrash metal band. You know what I mean? But
They also are on their
but
own
they also
little-
have their own DNA, their
they
own
also have
style, and their own
style,
sound.
exactly. So when it comes to those four, yeah, Slayer and Anthrax are really the bands where it's like they're here, but they don't sound like anybody that's here.
Yeah, yeah, and I think within the genre, they've carved their own unique way
Yeah,
of doing stuff. So, which I think it's really cool. Because, for example, when you look at the big four of Germany, Creator, Destruction, Tankard, and Sodom, those four, sound wise, they're way more similar to one another. There's less that separates them versus what brings them together.
yeah,
If you look at the American Big Four, I think it's the other way around. There's more that separates them than what brings them together. So it's a really interesting dynamic when you look at the thrash metal scene from the US and the thrash metal scene from Germany. The Big Four and the Big Four, how different they are from one another. One with way more diversity at the mix, and the other one a little bit more horizontal across the line when it comes to all of them. Perhaps Creator being the one that breaks the norm a little bit more
yeah.
versus the others. But it's just an interesting thought for discussion. All right, guys, hit us up in the comment section. Let us know your thoughts on the latest from Anthrax. It's for the kids. We'll see you all at the next one.
See ya.